Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're a procurement manager, a workshop owner, or really anyone responsible for keeping a manufacturing floor actually running smoothly, you already know that materials absolutely matter. Today, we're unpacking a really critical concept that hits right at your bottom line: the true cost of the materials you choose. We're going to look at why settling for the wrong steel might literally be the most expensive mistake a manufacturing business can make, and how premium B2B suppliers like Almas Steel and Alloys are completely changing the equation.
Okay, let's dive right into this. Human nature kind of tricks us into focusing on the wrong numbers sometimes. When you're sourcing tool and die steels, it is incredibly tempting to just zero in on that initial quote. But seriously ask yourself, what is the true price of cheap steel? We really have to think beyond that upfront price tag. I mean, if you save a few bucks on raw material, but then you lose thousands on the shop floor, did you actually save anything? Subconsciously, we all want to think we're getting a deal, but in reality, we're often just financing future headaches.
It's exactly like an iceberg. Above the surface, sure, you've got your visible costs, that really attractive low upfront price. But lurking right beneath the surface, that is a massive, jagged structure of hidden costs, just waiting to rip through your profit margins. We're talking about catastrophic CNC downtime because inconsistent steel wrecked your equipment. We're talking about massive rework losses, the constant anxiety-inducing risk of premature tool failure, and just agonizing delivery delays when the material you desperately need isn't up to spec. Make no mistake, cheap steel isn't cheap. It's a massive liability. And this brilliantly illustrates the pivot we need to make, the leap from unpredictable raw material to actual precision engineering. On one side, standard raw steel stock has a lot of potential, sure, but it's also packed with risks if it hasn't been properly vetted. On the other side, you have high-precision bandsaw cutting. This shift is absolutely essential. You aren't just buying chunks of metal here. You need engineered, precision-cut solutions that slide seamlessly right into your production line. No one has time to halt operations for unexpected, messy prep work, right? So what's the antidote to all those hidden costs of cheap steel? Well, it's what we call the premium steel advantage. When you invest in high-quality tool and die steels, you are quite literally buying peace of mind. You get high-dimensional stability, which basically means the steel behaves exactly the way it's supposed to during heat treatment and machining. Plus, you get superior wear resistance. This inherently prevents the absolute pain of premature tool failure. You're not just paying for better metal, you're buying insurance against production loss and all those costly rework losses. Let's break down what premium actually means on a molecular, hardcore engineering level. Take OH&S, oil hardening, non-shrinking steel. When you look at the raw data, you're seeing a massive modulus of elasticity at 214 gigapascals, and that's combined with an 85 to 90% machinability rating. I mean, this is exactly where strength meets efficiency. You get a material that can take a beating and withstand intense wear, but it's not going to destroy your tooling while you machine it. That right there is the absolute sweet spot for maximizing your lifetime value. And the benefits get even more specialized depending on your specific industry. Take the P21.231 6th grade, for example. If you're working in plastic mold making, medical disposables, or packaging, you're dealing with some seriously corrosive environments. This specific premium chromium molybdenum stainless tool steel, it offers incredible resistance to rust and pitting. The result is a much longer mold life with significantly lower maintenance. Once again, putting down on a slightly higher initial investment completely wipes out those downstream nightmares, like ruined transparent components or totally rusted out cooling channels. But to actually secure this level of quality, you really need a partner with deep authority and a proven track record. And that is exactly where Almas Steel and Alloys steps into the picture. They've been in business for 31 years. Just let that sink in for a second. 3 decades of surviving and thriving in a fiercely competitive industrial market. They're recognized as a backbone enterprise for huge industries, everything from locomotives and machinery to automobiles. Look, you do not survive 31 years by shipping bad steel. You survive by building unwavering trust. But how do they actually guarantee that trust? Well, it starts way before the steel even hits their factory floor. Almas operates this really ruthless vendor selection process. They definitely don't just buy from anyone. They procure based on really strict factors: streamlined manufacturing processes, deep domain capability, advanced technology, and a highly sophisticated R&D department. Basically, they do all the rigorous vetting to ensure that only material manufactured to the absolute highest quality norms ever makes it to you. They do the hard work so you don't have to. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer scale of their operation over in Pune. We're talking about a massive 12,500 square foot facility, absolutely packed with incredibly organized, heavy-duty ready stock. Almas practically eliminates the lead time anxiety that keeps so many workshop owners up at night. In manufacturing, time is quite literally money, and delivery delays, they're catastrophic. By maintaining this immense level of inventory, they actually have the stock ready for immediate, fast delivery to just keep your floor moving. And that stock isn't just huge, it's remarkably diverse. We're talking EN8, EN24, EN31, H13, D2, OHNS, P20, you name it. But here's the kicker. They don't just sell standard shapes and say, good luck. They offer customized block preparation and bandsaw cutting to your exact sizes. They handle rounds all the way up to 600 millimeters in diameter and blocks up to 400 by 400 millimeters. So you get exactly what you need, an engineered solution machined to your precise requirements, complete with all the test certificates to back it up. Let's move to and see how this all builds into their modernized zero-defect delivery process. It's a highly structured workflow. First up, an order is entered into their advanced internal system. Second, and this is critical, the material undergoes ultrasonic testing to catch any internal flaws. Third, the operator cuts it to the nearest standard size. Fourth, the cut material is rigorously inspected for any surface cracks or holes. And finally, the accurate weight is logged, and the customer is immediately notified for dispatch. Literally, nothing is left to chance here. And right behind that rigorous process is a highly trained inspection team that is actively hunting for defects. They are physically and methodically checking every single item for cracks and holes. Think about what this actually means for you. These professionals are literally your frontline defense, protecting your super expensive CNC machines from unexpected, catastrophic downtime. Because they catch the flaws in their facility, you don't end up discovering them the hard way on your own shop floor. So the absolute crucial takeaway from this explainer is pretty simple. Do not let cheap steel break your bottom line. That whole upfront illusion of savings, it's inevitably going to be crushed by the heavy reality of rework, downtime, and ruined tooling. True manufacturing efficiency means you have to focus on lifetime value and absolute material reliability. Are you ready to stop gambling with your production schedule and start investing in guaranteed precision with a proven partner like Almas? I highly recommend taking a hard look at your shop floor today and really ask yourself, what is the wrong steel actually costing you right now?